Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Learn with Sir Glenn, and for this video we're going to discuss equation of a circle. So let's go! For this lesson we're going to use the definition of circle, which is a set of all points on a plane with the same distance to a given point called the center, and the distance formula, which states that given 2 points x sub 1 y sub 1 and x sub 2 y sub 2, the distance between x sub 1 y sub 1 and x sub 2 y sub 2 is equal to the square root of x sub 1 minus x sub 2 squared plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 squared. Okay, so let's have the equation of a circle. So first, let's have a portion of a Cartesian coordinate plane. And if we're going to put a circle on Cartesian coordinate plane, that circle will have an equation. So to do that, let's have our center. Since the center of the circle is a point, the center should have coordinates. And since we're not sure the location of our center, we're just going to use h and k for the coordinates of our center. So our center will have a coordinates of h and k. H for the x coordinate and k for the y coordinate. Then on our circle, let's have a point. Since by definition, a circle is a set of all points on a plane which are equidistant or with the same distance from a given point called the center. So every point on our circle will have the same distance from our center. So since we have another point on our circle, let's have this point as x, y. According to the definition of circle, the points on the circle will have the same distance from the center, so therefore, all we have to do is to get the equation that describes the distance between the points on the circle and the center. And that will be your radius. Or all we have to do is to find the distance between the center and the point on the circle, and that will be the equation of your circle. So since we're going to look for the distance between the points on your circle and the center of your circle, we're going to use the distance formula, which states that the distance is equal to square root of x sub 1 minus x sub 2 squared plus y sub 1 minus y sub 2 squared. So to use the distance formula, we have to assign x sub 1 y sub 1 and x sub 2 y sub 2 on our given points. So for this one, we're going to assign our center as x sub 2, y sub 2, and our given point as x sub 1, y sub 1. Then, since the distance between the given point and the center is also the radius of our circle, we're going to replace d with r. So therefore, our equation will become r is equal to square root of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Replacing x sub 1 with x sub 2 with h, y sub 1 with y, and y sub 2 with k. Then simplifying this further, we will have squaring both sides to remove the square root on the right side of our equations. Then after this, we will have r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Then rearranging this, we will have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. This will be the equation of circle in center radius form, where hk is the center of the circle and r is the radius of the circle. So now let's try to use that equation to find the equation of a specific circle. So let's find the equation of a circle in center radius form with the center at 2, -3 and a radius of 5 units. So the equation of circle in the center radius form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So all we have to do is to identify our hk, which is on our given 2, -3, which is the center of our circle, and r, which is 5. Then on our equation, we're just going to replace the h, k, and r. So therefore, we will have x minus 2 squared plus y minus -3 squared equals 5 squared. Replacing h with 2, k with -3, and r with 5. Then simplifying this further, we will have x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 25. Then this will be the equation of a circle in center radius form with the center 2, -3 and a radius of 5. Okay, so let's have another example. Find the equation of a circle in the center radius form with the center at 0, 0 with the radius of square root of 13 units. So again, our center radius form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Then all you have to do is to find your hk, which is 0, 0, the center of our circle, and r, which is square root of 13, the radius of our circle. Then in our equation, we're going to replace hk and r. So that will give us x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equal to square root of 13 squared. Simplifying this further, we will have x squared plus y squared is equal to 13. And that will be the equation of circle in center radius form with center at 0, 0 and radius of square root of 13. Okay, so let's have another example. So find the equation of circle in general form with the center at 2, negative 3 and a radius of 2 units. So notice that this time we're asked to find the equation of the circle in general form. On the previous examples, we're asked to find the equation in center radius form. So what's the general form of the equation of the circle? The general form of the equation of the circle is ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equals 0. This is the general form of the equation of the circle, which can be obtained by expanding the binomial squared in the center radius form and equating it to 0. So how do we find the equation in general form? We're still going to make an equation using the center radius form. So therefore, we're going to use the x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Then we still need to find the h and k, which is the center of the circle, which is in our given example 2, negative 3, and the r, which is the radius, which is equal to 2 units on our given example. So after this, we're going to replace the h, k, and r on our center radius form, and that will give us x minus 2 squared plus y minus negative 3 squared equals 2 squared. So the general form can be obtained by expanding the binomial squares. So we're going to evaluate our exponent on our equation, and that will give us x minus 2 times x minus 2, expanding x minus 2 squared, plus y plus 3 times y plus 3, expanding y minus negative 3 squared equals 2 times 2, expanding 2 squared. Then after this, we're going to perform the multiplications. Then that will give us x squared minus 4x plus 4, multiplying x minus 2 times x minus 2. You can apply the FOIL method for this one, or you can just simply use the shortcut in squaring binomial. Then for the other one, we will have y squared plus 6y plus 9. This is the product of y plus 3 times y plus 3. Then we will have 4. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 plus y squared plus 6y plus 9 equals 4. After performing the multiplications, we're going to rearrange now our terms so that we can have the form ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equals 0. And that will give us x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y plus 4 plus 9 minus 4 equals 0. So notice that it is already arranged similar to our general form. Then all we have to do is to combine everything that we can combine. So notice that we can combine 4 plus 9 minus 4, and that will give us x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y plus 9 equals 0. And this will be the general form of the equation of a circle with center at 2, negative 3 and a radius of 2 units. Find the equation of the circle in general form with the center at 4, 0 and a radius of 5 units. So again, since we're asked to find the general form, we're going to have the equation in the form ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equals 0, which is the general form of the circle that can be obtained by expanding the binomial squares and equating your equation to 0. To do that, we're still going to use center radius form, which is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So we have to identify the h and k, which is the center, which is 4, 0, and the r, which is 5. Then after this, we're going to use this h, k, and r to replace the h, k, and r on our center radius form. And that will give us x minus 4 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 5 squared. Then, to write it in general form, we're going to expand the binomial squares. So therefore, we will have x minus 4 times x minus 4 plus y times y equals 5 times 5. Then performing the multiplications, we will have x squared minus 8x plus 16. This is the product of x minus 4 times x minus 4 plus y squared equals 25, which is the product of 5 times 5. Then rearrange it so that it will be in the general form. Ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equals 0. That will give us x squared plus y squared minus 8x plus 16 minus 25 equals 0. Combining similar terms will give you x squared plus y squared minus 8x minus 9 equals 0. And this will be the general form of the equation of circle with center 4, 0 and a radius of 5 units. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching and hope you have learned something from this video.